Hey guys, if you guys don't know me, my name's Annie, and today we're going to be discussing how strong we actually are. So a little bit about me is that this is my first year of high school, so I'm going to be a sophomore this year, and going into the school year, I was a nervous wreck. I was starting a new school. I knew a couple of people, but that was it. My friends in my old school, none of them were coming with me since I do go to a private school. I was like, I'm gonna know nobody. I'm yay high in person. So I was like, they're gonna trample me. So my biggest fears, luckily none of them came true. I did not get trampled. I only fell because I knocked into a garbage can. But that's another story, so that's okay. So on this test, and I was like, I'm gonna panic and do bad. But throughout this whole year, I was like, wow, I'm a lot tougher than I think I am. I'm a lot stronger than I think I am. And then Corona hit, and it was everybody seemed to be scared. And we're still scared. We're still scared to go back out there. But not just go back out there, see everybody again. Oh, we're only seeing you on FaceTime. Have you changed? There's always these fears of will I be good enough? And that's something that will live with us for the rest of our lives. And it's hard to take those thoughts and feelings away. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about now. Because I don't know about you, but through all this Corona and all, seeing this world as such an awful place because of everything happening, even social-wise, and just seeing what really, truly is the worst parts of our society being shown, there's so much goodness. Look how strong we are. We're still here. We're gonna overcome. We're gonna go back to school. We're gonna see our friends. I hope some of you guys have been to the beach because that's awesome, as long as you can safely. But we're gonna get back out there. And this isn't a time to bathe in our sorrows and be sad, but a time to rejoice and be thankful. Because my personal favorite verse, my life motto, my go-to is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Such a good verse, because I say it before I take a test, before I go out on the soccer field. Anytime I don't think I have it in me, I say that verse. And it does help, trust me. I think I was going to fail a test. I got a 90 on it, which maybe some of you guys it's a 90 or what? I was I forgot to study, forgot it happened, had a panic attack halfway through, and I was wow, God, thank you. I remember getting that test back and just going, God, thank you. And my whole class was staring at me in awkward silence, and I was horrified. But still, again, I was stronger. I was laughed it off, it's okay. We don't need to worry about that. I hope they all forgot. I think they will. But yeah, that was bad. So that was sidetracked, and I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, I just really want to get into talking more about that. So I'm going to read from the book of 2 Corinthians, which was written by Paul, and a little bit a backdrop about this book and stuff was Paul was probably one of the first, I guess you could call him, missionaries. And so he was really the one that started going places far away, traveling. He did a lot of work in Greece and the Mediterranean and the border cities, if you guys know where that is. And he would travel a lot and start colonizations about spreading the word of Jesus and start churches, and then he would go, and then he would go and go and go. And what he would do is he would write letters back to them and try to give them information to guide them and help them with what would be happening, because a lot of them were being persecuted at that time. And they be strong, you got this, and you need to believe in yourself, God will help you. And trust me, he does. But there was one in particular that I wanted to talk about, and it's in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, and I'm going to be reading verses, 9 through 10. And Paul right now he's talking about how he wants to go out, and he uses the word boast, so like to spread, but he's talking about really spreading God's word, and he's like, I just want to get it out there, and I want to be heard. And part of him is, he talks about this as his thorn, so it'd be his weakness, and he keeps saying like, is that like sinful? I mean, am I like asking for pride? Do I want the attention? Which I feel is something so relevant to today. In our world with social media and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok, like, what am I doing? What am I asking for? Like, sometimes I feel we all need to question yourselves, and I encourage you to question yourselves in those posts. What am I posting this for? Am I asking for attention? Like, do I want the likes? Because do I need the likes? Like, I use like again. But, why? You always want to get back to that question. Why? Like, why am I doing this? And I think that's something we all need to be conscious of. And just what we're posting, because why we are doing it. We don't want to be posting just so we can get likes and followers, and that should not be our number one goal in life, is to have thousands of followers. Like, I'm not good enough, I'm not smarter, like, I'm not as better as her because I only have 200 followers, but she has 10,000 followers. And that shouldn't be anybody's like value. Like, your worth, make sure your worth isn't put in those likes and those followers. But he's really talking about his thorn is like, when I'm boasting and I'm spreading God's word, am I asking attention on me? Like, am I spreading his word because I want the attention? And I think this is his like struggle, and that's how he's really feeling about this, and he sees this as his thorn. And he talks about, he's like, God, like, can you remove this from me? Can you take it away? Like, take this away. Like, I don't want to have it. Like, I truly just want to spread your word. And God says to him, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in my weaknesses, in insults and hardships and persecutions and difficulties. For when I am weak, then am I strong. So I encourage you guys to read through this book and dig a little bit deeper into it. But I'm going to obviously touch more on it. But I think that's so powerful, that especially that last line, for when I am weak, then am I strong. Like, wow. I constantly feel weak, like, and a test, or like my friends did better than me, or like anything, like, but I'm strong. Like, especially during this time that we're living in, we're gonna feel so weak, helpless. Like, I don't know about you, but I love to help people. I want to get out there. I want to be on the front line. Like, I just want to help and help and help. But I can't do it because I'm like, can't, because I have to stay inside. And that's part of my job. My job is to stay inside right now. And that's so hard for me in so many ways. And so I feel weak when it comes to that. I feel like I'm useless. And I can't do anything about that. So, but think about it. For when I am weak, I am strong. Think about how strong each and every one of you are, that you can overcome this. Like, this is insane. Like, this is the stuff you read in your history books about. And even if you want to talk about social issues in our world, like, some things aren't perfect, and that's expected. The world's full of sin, and I wish things were a whole lot better than they are. And so it's really hard to see that they aren't, but we just need to know that our strength lies in God. And so when we run into problems and we feel like we're facing just like a giant brick wall, and we're like, I can't escape, like, I'm trapped on all sides, like, there's no way, there's no doors, there's no windows, like, God, you say close a door, open a window, close a window, you open a door, but there's no windows and there's no doors, it's just brick walls, and you're just like stuck and suffocated and you don't know what to do. You need to stop and pray. So I want to encourage you to take a moment this week. Can be at the end of the day to calm down and get ready for bed, and just on the beginning of the day, either one, and just put your phone down. Maybe grab your Bible, or just go into your room or like a quiet space where you can go into, and just take a moment and be like, wow, look how strong I am. Think about stuff that you've accomplished in your life and that you're like, wow. And think about the bad things, because you gotta have the bad to appreciate the good things in life. It's just how it works, sadly. And think about it. Think how strong you are that you overcame it. And think about those moments when you felt weak, but God could pick you up and He can carry you. So I want you guys to remember and just take away from all this that when you feel weak, God is right beside you no matter what. He will pick you up and He will carry you. I know sometimes as like a soccer player, it's like I'm gonna fall down and just collapse because I'm exhausted. And I think one time I legit fell. Like I felt like God just picked me up and He was like, just run. And I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran. And then I got the ball and then I scored. But like He's there, He's next to you, and I want you to appreciate Him and use Him and talk to Him and just grow that relationship with Him and know that He's there for you and that you can use Him and that you matter. Alright guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Have a good day. Bye.